Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at an unusual stock, a stock that we haven't analyzed on this channel in the past, but situation has necessitated that we have to talk about it and actually analyze it today. I'm talking about one of the prominent social media platform called Twitter. Twitter is one of the dominant, apart from the likes of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and all that. Twitter has actually underperformed in recent time, but the stock price saw earlier today on the news that Elon Musk, the CEO or the chairman of Tesla, got a stake of about 9.2%, making him the biggest shareholder in the company Twitter. Elon Musk, as we know him, is a regular user of Twitter, and his tweets sometimes look as if it moves the market, especially the likes of the Bitcoin stocks and all that, Dogecoin and all that. But now he also has some issues with the SEC, whether he's going to be a passive investor or an active investor now that he has 9.2% of the platform Twitter. But the issue with SEC, it's about approving his tweet messages and all that, because come to think of it, he's the biggest guy in the world, the richest guy. Tesla, we all know Tesla electric vehicles, so his words sometimes could move the market. Let me use the word could move the market. So whether it's going to be an active investor or a passive investor, but he has indicated that he will be a passive investor even with a share of 9.2%. Share actually saw to about 30% today, and then to date is about 15%, higher year to date. But Twitter has actually been a stock that is, when it comes to performance, the former CEO Jack Dorsey, Jack Dorsey, and the current CEO, the guy from the I know he's a native of India, but I'll get his name now. But the guy has also been doing his best to move the company in the right direction. Whether now that Elon Musk has a stake there, we would see how positive, how the stock, whether he will actually reshape the company itself, whether there will be some shakeups, and but then as a shareholder of Twitter, I have some considerable shares in Twitter, and we also have it on our elite pro funds, but we are glad that Elon Musk has a stake there, and we are looking forward to see that the stock perform. Let's have a look at the stock itself. Let's have a look at how it has been doing in the past. Let's have a look at its balance sheet. Its financial statement, balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow. Let's also have a look at it, price action for technical details and all that. So here is the information for Twitter, the fundamentals. The market cap is 41.57 billion. The previous close is $49.97. Twitter is not, in fact, the P ratio is not even stated here, and the earnings date is 28th of April. Twitter is not paying dividend at the moment. Um, it is, you can begin to see that there's not a lot you can get fundamentally even on Twitter. The volume is just slightly over 23 uh, uh, million. Um, let's us dive into the financial statement. But The current price is actually the market is open, so the current price is $52 here. So let's have a look at the financial statement, starting with the income statement. Um, the income statement from 2018, 2019, 2020, as you can see, 2018 is slightly above 3 billion. It's still, 3.4 billion, 3.7 billion. There's some little growth, but it's very minimal. I mean, less than 5% of it. Then in 2021, you can see between 2020 and 2021, there's a big gap there. Uh, a big jump during the lockdown. People were home, so a lot of people were tweeting, and all that. Then, trailing 12 months, you can see slightly over 5 billion. But you can see gross profit, apart from this is total revenue, cost of revenue, gross profit. You can begin to see that the numbers are not astonished. They're not outstanding. Let's have a look at the balance sheet to see their free total liability. As you can see, the total liability here is above 6.7 billion. You know, um, yeah, that's total liability. That's huge. Let's have a look, but let's compare it to the free cash flow. Then we can see the total debt is actually over 5 billion here, stated here. So let's have a look at the cash flow. Let's see the free cash flow. Let's see if they are liquid. As you can see, you can begin to see negative. Here is the operating cash flows, so just 632 million. Then you can see here the free cash flow is in negative. Negative. The one that was not negative, that's some years ago. It's slightly, about 109 million. So it's not really compared to their um, total liability. Their free cash flow is negative, so they're not even liquid. In, the Twitter. So you see why the stock has not. I mean, when we say the stock has not performed, tremendously the last couple of years, you can see their financial statement. It's nothing to write home about. Let's go back. Let's go back to the balance sheet and see again. Okay, it's currently out of network. So you see, it's nothing to really write home about. The figures are nothing to be impressed about. Let's have a look at the technical details on the Momo chart. Let's see the price action. So here is the technical chart for Twitter. The market is currently open. Twitter closed yesterday at $49.970. The all-time high here is $80.750. The 52-week high is $73.340. As you can see, it opened today at $54, but it's currently around $51.45. There was a gap up yesterday. For those who have been watching this channel, you will know that I often say that I don't like when stock gap up or gap down because one way or the other, it still has to fill the gap. So meaning that whether now or later, it will come back down to fill this gap. On a daily chart, we are trading above 20-day and 50-day moving average, which is good. In fact, we are trading above 200-day moving average here as well, because but today's candle is currently bearish at the moment. But as you can see, let's draw a support and resistance that we can see here first. So the 200-day moving average is there as support. Now as you can see, also the past how many months also, Twitter has been trending down. It has been a downward trading stock. It has always been. Sorry about that. So here you can see, however, okay, yeah. So it has been
trending down. You see lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower high, low, lower high. And here we have a support term resistance here as well. But as you can see, he broke this channel, he broke the channel, then also broke this resistance, which has now turned support one way or the other. Let's have a look at it on a weekly chart. Maybe we'll have it clearer. On a weekly chart, we can see the same support and resistance here. It's actually holding at the moment. This candle is a weekly candle. Same gap up is here. So we are above 20-day and 200-day moving average. The 50-day moving average is still there as a support. But of recent, from the all-time high, it is 80, which is the all-time high. But the 52-week high is $73. Let's see what it has dropped um, from the 52-week high, which is about $73 or so. Yeah, to date. It's still about 27.5% down to date. But however, in this within the last couple of days, a day or so, that Elon Musk revealed that he has 9.2%. The stock actually from about $39, it actually went up as high as $50, which is about 30% or some percent about yesterday. So currently the stock is bullish. It's on a bullish run now. There's another level of resistance here, as you can see. Another level of resistance. But currently the stock is bullish on a weekly chart, which is still the same on a daily chart as well. On a daily chart, the market opened at 54, but it's currently 51. Therefore, that's why you can see this bearish candle is in red. Otherwise, there's a gap up here, but it shows that this stock is bullish.
The financial statement, income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow has shown us why the stock has not really performed well in the last couple of years. I think the stock price actually rose to about $70 or so. Sometimes last year that was the peak it has ever gotten to. Before earlier this year, all stocks were in correction territory. But then Twitter, as you can see on the balance sheet, it has not really been performing. But with the charisma and the vigor of Elon Musk, we hope that now that he has a stake there, this stock will move, will perform better. Please be careful. Do your analysis before you add any of these stocks, and Twitter to your portfolio. Be sure it is suitable for you. Make sure you check the valuation. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. We'll continue to produce content that would support your investment journey. Thank you.